Welcome in the world of artificial intelligence under artificial intelligence using Python series of lectures. This is lecture on randomized search method part 4. Hi, I am Dr. Sunil from GCS Solutions. The contents of this lecture are search algorithms Python code. We'll see the random walk algorithm code in Python. We'll also see the moveGen, append and heuristic function code which are used in random walk algorithm. Let us now see the state space representation of the given problem which is used in the search algorithm. Now the given problem is that we are having the set of nodes A, B, C, D and so on represented in a state that is in the solution space, and there are certain legal moves from one node to the another node. Now that description is given over here, so let us focus where I'm pointing now. So here in our problem given problem representation, uh, one can move from node A to node T, B and C. Similarly, one can move from node T to D and B. This way, these are the different nodes and corresponding child nodes to be visited from the given node. Now we'll see this here as the graph representation. One thing to be remembered here is that in the case of node specification, with the given node, a numeric value is specified. Now here if I say A5, that means A is the node and 5 is its heuristic value. Similarly, we have been given start node A and our goal node can be H and any other node which we basically like to explore as the goal of the given problem or for the given problem. Now this representation can straightaway be represented as a graph, so I will directly explain the graph. So here from A one can visit T, B and C, from T one can visit B and D, from B one can visit D and E, from C one can go to F and G, from D one can move to H and I, from F one can move to J, from G one can move to K and L. So here K and L doesn't have any successor or child node. Now similarly, one can go from node H, I and J to node M, and at the same time M doesn't have any successor or child node. So this description of the English statement can be represented graphically, but this graph or these English statements are not basically understood by our algorithm. So we'll try to represent that representation, either it is in terms of English statement or in terms of the graph which is pictorially represented here as a state space. So none of this is suitable for our algorithm. So we need to have a sophisticated representation of this description of the problem in terms of data structure. So here Python dictionary is used. So here S is the list of successors, so wherein the list elements are represented as the dictionary elements. So here in dictionary there is always a key value pair. So A is the node which is a key, and the values of these key are the nodes which are successor of node A. Now the successor of node A are T, B and C. Similarly, for given value T, that is the node T, the successors are D, B. For B it is D and E. For C it is F and G. For D it is H and I, and for F it is J. For G it is K and L. For H it is M. For I it is M, and for J also it is M. So this way, this dictionary can be used as the data structure for our algorithm. Before getting into the actual code of random walk, we'll see the data structure and the sub algorithms used in the random walk. So here the list of successor is maintained using SUCC list, which we already discussed in the earlier slide. So here is the list of successors. We also have a start node which is given as A, and the closed list, a global list maintained to keep a track of nodes visited by the algorithm at the time of execution. Now here MoveGen function is used to get the child node or children of the given node n. Now here the algorithm takes the node n, it creates the temporary list SUCC list. It first searches the given node in the list of successor S, which is nothing but SUCC list in our case, so which I already specified at the beginning. So here the children of n are extracted and placed in SUCC list, and this is returned. So this MoveGen is coded in Python in very simple way, that we have a MoveGen function, def MoveGen, which takes the node n. It creates a temporary list using list function. It first checks whether the given node n is in the list of keys of the SUCC list. Now in our case, SUCC list is the dictionary having key values pair. So we are interested in searching the node n in the keys. So here A is the key, and this T, B, C are values for key A. Similarly, T is the key, B is the key. So it will take a node n. For example, suppose B is the node to be searched in the successor list. So it will take node B and will try to match with key A, then with T, then with B. So as it is present, so it will extract the value element for that particular key, that is the value elements for particular key B is D, E, which is written as the new list by the MoveGen. Similarly, heuristic function takes a node and it returns the heuristic value of node n. So heuristic function is defined in Python as def heu. It takes a node and it returns the node 1. That is, here node is nothing but node and its heuristic value. So focus here where I'm pointing now. So assume that the node is T with heuristic 11. So this node of 1 will return this 11. Why? Because for this particular list, T is the name of the node which is at index 0, and 11 is the heuristic value of the node which is at index 1 of that particular node. So it is node of 1. Similarly, append function is there. It takes two lists and it concatenate the two lists, create a temporary list and return. It is defined in Python as append L1, L2. So it will append the list 1 and list 2 and will store it as a new list and will return this. Now here the intention of this lecture is to help you out to code the given algorithm and not to explain what random walk is and how that algorithm is basically formulated. So to understand random walk completely, I will request you please watch video lecture 23 of this series. Now let us see the random walk algorithm and its coding. So here is the algorithm specified in the left part of the slide and its coding in the right part. So here a random walk start n will be straight away defined as def random walk underscore walk start n. Now the initial node can be a random candidate solution or start node, but in our case we have used start node with its heuristic value as the initial node, and that initial node is treated as the best node. So here it is specified the for loop for I equal to 1 to n under which these 5 steps are to be followed is coded like for I equal to for I in range 1 to n plus 1. Why n plus 1? Because range function starts with 1 and ends with the second arguments not inclusive. If n is 4, it will reach up to 3. So if you want that your range function should execute for 4 iterations, so it will be 4 plus 1 5. Now here move gen function is called for a node and its children are extracted and stored in child, so that is specified here using child move gen node of 0. Similarly, if child is not empty, then from child a random node is picked and that is stored in the node as the current node. So that is done over here. So here if length of the child list is not 0, that means child is not empty. So that is done here using length function. And random child is, that is random node is selected from the child, and that is done using the random library of the Python and a choice function from that library. The choice function returns the random node from the given list. So in our case it is child list. Now here if the heuristic of the current node is better than the best node heuristic, then that best node is modified to node. So that these two steps are basically coded like if HEU, which is the heuristic function which we have seen in the earlier slide. So that heuristic function is basically used here to check the heuristic of node and the best node, and if the heuristic of node is better than the best node, then best node is modified, and this best node is written after all the iteration of the for loop. So that is done here. So this way the coding of the random walk is done. It is very simple and straightforward coding. Hope you understood this. So this is the run of the random walk. So random walk algorithm is called with starting point and number of iterations, and the best node value is written and stored in the best node variable, and that is printed later. Now I have invoked the Anaconda prompt, and on that I have executed the algorithm, or rather program, which is stored in my computer as a random walk.py. So using Python interpreter it is executed. So initial starting point is a with heuristic value 5. So for iteration I equal to 1. So it will take a as the initial point. Move gen function will be called, which will return the child, that is t, b and c for a, and of that the random function will randomly pick c, because of these three nodes which are the children of a, the node c is randomly picked. And then for c the move gen function is called, so it returns f and g. So here the current node c is appended to the close, so in next iteration it returns g as that is from f and g, it the random function randomly returns g. So here g will be current node, so obviously with respect to g the further exploration is done. So g is appended to the closed list, so nodes visited so far is a, c and g, and then in next iteration I equal to 3 it first calls the move gen function which will return k and l. Now among k and l the random function returns l. So here for this particular run, so l is returned, so that is the current node, so then that l is appended to the closed list. So nodes visited so far are a, c, g and l, and in iteration 4 the l is taken as the current, but l doesn't have any child, so here algorithm terminates. But the best nodes seen so far is c, so at each step it checks whether the current node is having better heuristic than the best node seen so far. So if no node is having value better than the best node, so obviously that best node is kept as the node to be returned after iteration. So here c that is when algorithm started with a, then with c, then it reaches g, then it reaches l. So l doesn't have any child, so here is termination, and at the same time the best node on this path is c, so that is return. So this was the first run. When the same program was executed, next time the result was something different, which is explored in the next slide. So here, when this program was executed second time, it gave the expected result. So it has been given a as the initial point, and in first iteration, among the children of A, that is T, B and C, fortunately the random function returned T, so that current node is T, and the best node seen so far is T. So here the nodes visited so far is A and T, so that is maintained in the closed list. So in iteration 2, so T is taken and no, that is child of T are B and D. So fortunately among B and D, the random function returned D. So D is the current node, and nodes visited so far are A, T and D. So it is maintained in the closed list. And in iteration 3, fortunately our algorithm returns the H among the child H and I, which are nothing but the children of D. So here H will be the current node, and our best node is modified to H because the best node seen so far was D having heuristic 27, but here is the H having heuristic 101, and the nodes visited so far are A, T, D and H. Now in fourth iteration, it takes M as the current node because child of H is M. Now this becomes the current node, and then as M is not having better heuristic than the best heuristic seen so far, that is 101 for node H. So our best node is H, and that is written, it is printed. So this is the overall execution of the random walk. And for complete understanding of random walk algorithm, that is the conceptual understanding of random walk algorithm, I suggest you to watch video lecture 23. Basically, this lecture was intended for just the coding of the random walk algorithm and its practical execution. Hope you understood this. So dear learners, how was the lecture? Please subscribe GCS Solutions, like the video if you really like it, share among the friends if you find it useful, and comment for the improvements. We are GCS Solutions, making technology easy to learn. Till next lecture, be intelligent.